Bill O'Reilly every time. Now, effing piece of... We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Add some more colorful language in there, though. What?
Your hat.
Oh, yeah. Tradition. The other day, someone said, oh, Josh has a little Santa hat. It's definitely Christmas now. Yeah. Hey, guys, day 7. Day 7 of 12 days of Christmas gift away. Lords a Leapin'. I don't know what actually happens on the song, but that's always hilarious. Do you remember that comedian that we saw at the comic strip? And he had, Jeff Goldblum. No, not him. Someone Goldenstein or something. A very Jewish name.
I don't remember.
And remember how he's like, I didn't sell enough tickets. He was kind of bummed. Which he didn't sell very many tickets for that day. I thought it was hilarious though.
I don't.
Remember, and he had the commentary on the 12 Days of Christmas song. He's like, why are there so many birds?
Yes, I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. And then he's like, then when you get to 5, he's like, 5 golden rings. Finally, there's something worth being excited about, writing a song about. Oh, this is what I had yesterday. Oh, okay, I have one here too. I asked that yesterday. And I asked that yesterday. I did not ask that, and I did not ask that. All right. Good morning, everybody. It's like Christmas morning for all of you. And I'm Santa. And you've caught me coming down the chimney. I don't even know why I started saying that.
Felicia says, so early. Good morning.
It is early. It's early. Well, it's not that early. It's only 9:30 here, but it's like that's early. Like usually I wake up around this time these days. But for some reason, Ashley was like, oh, it's 6 a.m.? This is how she wakes up. Pretend I'm laying down. It'll just be 6 a.m. somewhere, and she'll just be like, bing, and then she just wakes up like a mummy from like a magic spell or whatever. She just gets up and she just like turns on the coffee maker and it goes and then I'm like, oh, guess I'm awake.
Sometimes it wakes you up though, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you just sleep.
You know what's hilarious? If I sleep on the couch, if I fall asleep on the couch, I usually don't wake up to any of it. But if I fall asleep in bed, it's just, I don't know. It's different. I don't know why. Anyway, okay, guys. This is day 7 of 12 days of Christmas gift away. Refresher, although I'm sure most of you already know what this is. We're giving away a gift to one of you because we can only practically give one away a day for the first 12 days of Christmas, which are probably in March or sometime, but we're doing it now. Hey, leave that cat alone. We're doing it now for the first 12 days of December. As a thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting my channel, watching the videos, liking the videos, sharing the videos, thumbs upping them. I mean, most of you don't thumbs up them, but thank you for those of you who do. Some of you only tune in just for the 12 days of Christmas videos these days, and that's fine too. I don't care. I do care a little bit, but it doesn't matter to me. I'm glad that you didn't unsubscribe, I guess. Although, you know what's hilarious? Actually, yeah, you know what's hilarious is I one time was told someone who said, I only watch your 12 days of Christmas and I've resubscribed because I forgot about them. And I was like, okay, thank you. That's funny. I won't say who it is, but every time I see their name, I'm like, oh, I'm writing your name anyway. Because fair is fair. We do not care who wins. Thank you to everyone who plays. It's easy to play if you haven't played. Basically, we're going to be asking questions. You answer the question. We possibly write your name down. And then we draw one name out of the log cabin at the end. And today we are giving away the tiramisu cheeseboard. It's made out of wood, not cake, but look at it. Doesn't that look like a layered or a tuxedo cake or something, you know?
Can you put the cab in here? So.
Makes me want to, yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
Makes me want to just take a bite out of it. Or like a wafer. I love me some Cheeseboard. Yeah, so we ship anywhere in the world, but as a reminder, we do not know when we're going to ship these out because of the postal strike here in Canada. We do know of a service that we might just adopt, though. Ashley just went and looked at another one. Or went and looked. She was here the whole time, but you know what I mean. Like, she just checked it out. And that one is like, it seems the most promising because they come to your door. Like, they come here, pick up your packages that you need to mail out, and then you send them out at very competitive prices. However, we don't know if they actually are telling the truth in terms of, like, do they actually come out here? Because we don't live in town. We live far out. Not that far, but far enough where people are like, oh, you want delivery for pizza? That'll be extra $50. And sometimes we do that. It's actually hasn't been $50, but you know, we've actually only done it twice, but anyway, that's neither here nor there. What's here is this, and what's there is all these questions. All right. So we ended yesterday with a, oh, don't turn that, I got it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was like, well, let's see if my plant needs water.
Yeah, my tripod is a plant pot. We have a question from yesterday. Oh yeah, here it is. That I asked yesterday. Don't answer it till I ask it. As our cheater question. So at the end of today, we'll ask another cheater question. Actually, I didn't even think of a cheater question for today. My bad.
To come up with it on the fly.
I know that I got some more questions that Jules sent me, but she sent them to my Facebook, so
I can look at them on my phone after.
Oh, okay.
Or on the laptop.
Doing it on the it's so annoying to log into Facebook on that stupid thing.
I think it's logged in because I was just using it.
Oh, okay. Okay, then it's fine. Yeah, pull it up. Pull her up.
Okay.
Maybe I'll use some of those questions right away. Oh, yes, and those are for tomorrow. Okay, perfect. Or one of them is for tomorrow. Both of them. Why not? Okay, so for those of you who were here yesterday, you can answer now. What color was Ken's jacket in the first episode of No Rush? Thank you to everyone who's checked out that series. I know I should be like spitting them out, but I haven't been. I keep forgetting to put the footage on my phone so I can edit it. When I'm on at the store, it would be super easy for me to. I'm actually going to be late to the store. Today, I'm going to be at the store till maybe 5 o'clock or something like that. Or 6. 5 or 6, I don't know. Probably 5. And then Landon will be there till 7. Okay, you guys are correct. Joe Ho Ho.
Smurf N.
Tia Green. Carolyn something.
Parched is here.
Cindy Epp. Martha. Felicia Lee. Justine.
Tammy W.
Justine, do you follow my Instagram? I want to show you something, Justine.
Mike and Ike.
I forgot the one name that I was going to write down. But, whoops. Okay, that's the correct answer for that. You can stop answering that. Oh, it's so smooth. So smooth. Oh, you can't even get the... Okay, kind of. This is Justine's board, guys. This is an experimental board. It's only taken me 2 years to finish it because I kept putting it to the side.
It's very cool looking.
Look at all that wood chips. It's kind of hard to see in this lighting, my bad, especially with the backlight. Let's see if I can block that window. It doesn't make it much better. Anyways, Justine, we're going to send that out to you shortly. Oh, don't set that on sandpaper, you idiot. Okay. Okay. You can see it better on my Instagram. If you go check out my latest reel on Instagram. Yeah. Okay. It was pretty in the oil. Yeah, when I just went. Damn. It was just so nice. I was actually going to do different music and stuff to that video. And I was like, why? No one's going to watch this anyway. And then I was like, that's how it starts. You go, why?
Says, what's the center wood?
The center wood is several because it's wood chips actually. This is wood chips and shavings from the planer. So it's like we got in the video you can see this piece of bloodwood or padauk right there, and there's like walnut, probably just regular pine in there, spruce or whatever, oak, probably some ash, different things like that. So it's in epoxy. So don't use this as a cutting board unless you want microplastics in your diet. You already have it in your diet, but the less you put in there, the better. But yeah, it looks freaking cool. Warning. This is a Glenn kind of joke. I was an expert in playing with wood in my younger days. So is that what you just laughed at?
The warning. This is a Glenn kind of joke.
Oh, she laughed at the first part, not the second part, guys. She's a lady. Okay, next question. What have I added to my upcycled paintings? So I have 3 that I've completed. You could just name one of the things that I've added to the upcycled paintings. Hello, Nadine. I laughed at the second part. Roberta. Hello, Roberta Steele. Oh, crap. I don't know what your last name was there. Sarah L. Sarah Anderson. That's what it was. Different Sarah. There's 2 Sarahs. I wrote both of them down.
Barbara Ann.
See, if your name's like Benita, I'm sure there's only one of you. But if your name's Sarah, there's probably tons of you. If your name's Glow, there's only one of you. If there's Sheila Brown, right? Sheila, there could be more than one. Crocus, there's 1. I don't even think that's a name. I think that's just a handle. Maybe it's a name. I don't know. That's like a name that an elf would have. Tammy, I think there's only 1. Irene, could be more than 1, but we know the 1 for sure. Smurf, there's only 1 Smurf. Andrea Llewellyn or something. Okay, there we go. You guys are correct. UFO, Bigfoot, or Loch Ness Monster. Someone said Ogopogo. That's incorrect. Maybe Ashley wrote down your name. I didn't. Did you?
No, but
She said Ogopogo yesterday.
yeah.
We are going to have an Ogopogo and one in the future probably. I don't do those too often, but on the 14th I'm going to be painting another one live, or maybe the 15th. I don't know when exactly. Whenever we're done these. Barbara Ann said I had the name of the Loch Ness Monster wrong. Well, I put your name in just now, Barbara Ann.
Pamela Coddington.
Renee says there are thousands of Smurfs, but only one Smurf and only one female Smurf. And they call her the busy lady because of the procreation. All right. What are...
Is there really only one female Smurf?
Yeah, apparently. That's why people think it's a satanic cartoon. That's not the only reason. But like, oh, they all have white hats except for the one guy has the red hat, so he's Satan or something. I don't know. There's a conspiracy. It's meant to pollute the minds of the youth.
What?
But all I think of is that they're blue, which also means something apparently. But then have you ever
Conspiracy.
seen that lady with the Monster can? And she's like, you know what a MILF is? Because it says MILF on the can. She's like, yeah, obviously
I
this
feel
is.
like people can make something out of everything, though.
Oh, easy. Easy. Hilarious how whatever. She's like, you see, this is the Hebrew for 666. And I was like, well, it's also an M for monster. It's supposed to be like these claws that went like sliced through the can, and it looks kind of like the Hebrew numerals or whatever. I don't know. Dumb. She was at like some trade fair doing this nonsense. Okay, next question here. What are the names of my bonsai trees? What are the name what is the nickname or whatever you want to call it? What is the term? I guess.
Title?
Term.
Name.
Name, yeah. Everyone knows it. Spoon's Eye. Xbox 64 said something else. I missed it. I didn't miss it, but it's gone. It was like Gomer or something he said, which I think is hilarious. uh, Maple Winnie. Now imagine going to school with a name like Maple Winnie. Tammy W. Okay. You guys are correct. Spoon's Eye. Spoon's Eye is correct. I've adopted that because that is what Alex Archbold from Curiosity Inc. called it. The one that I made him, which I made him out of materials that I got from several of his hoarder houses, actually. Um, yeah, that was a fun build. I think it's one of my best ones. It's like nice and tall and cool. I wish I still had more of that material left, but I don't. But yeah, if you would like to grab yourself a Spoon's Eye, like Martha just got one that was in my store. She's right here. You guys probably don't see the comment where I see it. She's right here. She says Glenn. She got she got the one I made two for the store. She got one, and so I have the other one I have left is a little cheaper than the one she got. It's 1,145 or 50. Can't remember, but somewhere around there. So if you want to get it, please grab it. Yeah. Someone here said, oh yeah, she got the Sleepy Hollow one, the ones that people think is reminiscent of Sleepy Hollow. I didn't get that. I didn't do that on purpose. I actually did that. The reason why it has that hollow spot is because I ran out of gas for my welder. So I knew that everything I welded would be very porous. This is Penny right here.
Oh, that cord was moving.
Oh, that's the ghost.
Weird.
Ghost of John. Someone asked how Alex is doing. I think he's doing good. I talked to him just the other day on the phone. I didn't see him in person, but I don't know. He's probably doing good. Did you ever get gas for the welder yet? No, I've been too lazy. I could get it. Maybe I'll load up my bottle today. Nah, because then I'm going to go to the gallery tonight, and then it's going to be like... I should make a thing for it. Because when I drive with that thing in my truck, I drive slow. But it's winter, which means there's ice on the roads, which makes me go and have fun. And you can't do that if you have a heavy bottle in your bed that will just slam all over the place and damage stuff. So I won't do it today. Oh, what day is it today anyway?
Saturday.
Oh, they're not even open today anyway, so I'll do it Monday. I just noticed your nice haircut. Ashley does a good job.
Didn't cut it.
she did not cut it, and I would never have her cut it. So Alex had a birthday yesterday. Happy birthday, Alex. I did not know that. Maybe if I looked at Facebook yesterday, I would have known it. Anyway, speaking of Alex, here's the next question. How did I meet Alex? How did I meet Alex? There's a question for you. Ashley thought of this question. I think we asked it before on this. But how did we meet? How did I meet Alex? That's the next question. None of these are very creative. Shit. There was a name I was just about to write down, but you passed too quickly, and so...
PJ Panda
What'd they say?
on a pirate ship.
On a pirate ship. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know either.
Martha says Yellowstone. That's right. That's true.
Wasn't there like a zoo one too?
Janet says at a store. That's true. Smurf M says jail. I believe that is true as well. Irene says store. That's boring. Also true. At the water slide says Roberta.
Renee.
Also true. That's one of the best times I've met him.
Renee says when you had to wrangle a tiger on this movie set.
That's the best one. Holy cow. That one got Clint, who was like, he was like, holy shit. Wow. When it was over, he's like, wait, so what's that? Did that happen or no? I was like, no, of course not. He's like, because I was thinking that's kind of nuts. He's like, although that is something that you would do.
I always remember the one where you were like in school sitting on a chair and he like
Dude,
dragged the chair across the stage or something.
Yeah, that happened. Not to me, but that happened to someone who I went to school with. Not with Alex, of course, but that did happen. And then they like picked them up. And it wasn't because they were in trouble. I just conflated. Usually I conflate stories together, but sometimes they go nowhere. But if you want to know how I actually met Alex, here's the real story. One time I was getting gas at Esso. Okay, I used to work at an Esso station. That was my first job. But I wasn't working at this time. I was just getting gas. But then there's this homeless guy that always was there. And he like came up to me. He's like, hey, do you have a couple nickels? You have a couple nickels? And I was like, what? Nickels? I thought he was asking for weed. But usually you hear like nickel bag, not couple nickels. So I was like, well, I don't do any drugs, including weed, and I don't sell them. So I was like, no, I don't have any nickels. And he's like, all right. He's like, oh, I'm just looking for, $5 or something. I was like, yeah, I know what nickels are, but I don't have any. And then I go and get my gas, and I clearly have change. And so I come back out, and he's like, yeah, I was just wondering. He's like, I was just wondering if I could get your change. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, you can have my change. And he looks at it, he's like, there's a nickel, there's a nickel, there's a nickel. And I was like, oh, you were asking for nickels. You were actually asking for nickels. And I was like, okay, sorry, I thought you were asking for weed. Anyway, I get gas. Here you have to pay for your gas before you get your gas, even if you work there, getting gas.
And then he comes up to me again. He's like, yeah, he's like, I don't mean to take up much of your time. I don't want to waste your time. I don't want to take up your time, something like that. And he's like, do you mind if I just get something small? And I was like, get something small. He's like, yeah, do you mind if I just get something small? Just something small. I don't want to take up your time. Just something small. And I was like, hold on a second. Is he trying to ask me for like a different kind of drug that I don't know about? Something small? Don't take up your time? Meth? What? Anyway, I'm like, what are you trying to get? He's like, just maybe a little something to eat. Just something small. Don't want to take up much of your time. I'm like, well, whether we get something small or something big, you're gonna take up the same amount of time. But yeah, I can get you something to eat if you want. I'm like, are you asking for something to eat? And he goes, yeah, just something small, just something small. So I was like, all right. By the way, Ashley's still writing down names, so you can keep answering. Asking for nickels makes sense. He wanted a Turk bar. Anyway, so you go, yeah, just something small. So we go back in the Esso. And at this time, it was not the Esso it is today. This was like, those gas stations that you see in small towns where like the pumps, you still have to like push up the thing and the pump goes, right? Those pumps, okay? Where they have a vending machine outside that has nothing to do with the store. And it's like those ones that have like, you have to crank it by hand. And if you stop cranking it, you miss your quarter. What?
Sarah L., you needed someone to post for your art, and he answered. Friends ever since.
Friends ever since.
He answered the ad to post for your art.
Oh yeah. And that was before I did art, actually. That was. Anyway. We go into the store, right? Just dingy store. It's like you can see the path that everyone takes mostly, right? Because it's worn through the tile into like, so for some reason it's always shiny, right? So we go through there, whatever. He picks something not small. He grabs tons of sandwiches. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, grab them. We go, we pay. And what happens? I don't have enough money in cash because he got 13 sandwiches. And I was like, you said something small. I don't have enough cash because these sandwiches are like $7 a piece. And he's like, I'm not trying to take up any of your time. You got debit? You have a credit card? He's like, hey, you guys take debit, right? You guys take debit? This young man doesn't have enough cash. And I was like, dude, the audacity of this man. I don't mean to take up much of your time. Something small. You got a couple of nickels too. Can I buy a week's worth of groceries? So I don't have enough. And then who saves the day? Like always, who saves the day? But this dude in a leather jacket gets off his motorcycle, comes in, and he's like, oh, I can get it. I'll get it for you. And I was like, oh, thank you. I'm thanking some other strange man for getting some other guy food that he said he wasn't even going to get. That's how I met Alex. So Alex was like, when he left, that homeless man, he didn't even leave actually. He just went out the store, asked another guy for a couple nickels. And then Alex is like, do you know that guy? And I was like, no. I mean, yeah, I know him because like I work here, but like I don't know him. Like his name is Scotty, but like, no, I don't know him. And so, anyway, so over time, Alex, every time he would come to get gas, he'd say something like, because I told him the story, he'd be like, hey, you got a couple nickels? You got a couple nickels? And so that's how I met Alex, because of this homeless man asking for too many, didn't want to waste my time. I don't want to waste your time. Just something small. Wouldn't stop saying that. Anyway, that's how I met Alex.
Sarah said, I don't know. I can't find it.
Oh, dang it.
Something about like $7 sandwiches back then. What kind of sandwiches were these?
Like egg salad, egg salad, ham and Swiss. What do you mean? That's the normal price for a sandwich, cut into a wedge.
When there were gas pumps like that.
No, this is not too long ago. This is just
They just haven't upgraded their pumps.
these are just old pumps. You gotta, at the risk of sounding a bit racist. Actually, I'm not even gonna say what race owned this gas station because I just don't want to sound like that because I don't have this view necessarily. But there's a certain type of someone who is very cheap and stereotypically, I'm not saying it's true of everyone, but these people fit the stereotype. These pumps have since been upgraded. As soon as they sold it, upgraded. It's like a normal gas station now, but like it was like a time capsule. They had like the ice box outside that was always empty. That's another thing. Never bought ice, always sold ice. Oh, there's no ice. Oh, sorry. Sorry, no refunds. They had a car wash that was always broken, but it still accepted coins, still accepted loonies. Didn't work. And then like, you can't get it back. Yeah, you didn't see the sign that's not up. You didn't see the sign that said broken car wash. You saw the one that said welcome. You saw the one that said $5 wash. You didn't see the one that said out of order. Yeah, they were those types of folks. Yeah, the story is made up for the most part, but they were very cheap. They were very cheap. Also, not very nice. My mom hated them because my boss called me a censor alert. He called me a cocksucker, and then my mom was like, "What?" She freaking lost it. So you can't call a kid that. Yeah. I worked there when I was 12, so I didn't actually drive at the time. I rode my bike. But just for the sake of the story, like I said, I conflate some stories together. Yeah. Anyway, that's how I met Alex. Now, on to the next question here. We'll ask, did we ask what my biggest sculpture was?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yesterday we asked what my biggest sculpture was. Today we're asking what's the smallest, and then I'll ask 2 more questions and we'll be done. What was my smallest sculpture? There we go. Steve Anderson's got it. Laurel's got it. Lori, someone has gotten it. Sorry, I don't know your last name. It passed too quickly. Hopefully there's not more than one. PJ Panda, Janet K, Rebecca KL. No, that's not what that said. Martha.
Andrea Llewellyn.
Felicia Lee.
Irene Rill.
Bead Crazy. Sarah L.
Sham Muddy. Did I say that right?
Wait, now I'm seeing that Felicia actually said Shark Tooth. That's wrong, but I wrote your name anyway. That's my bad. This is going so quickly that like I just saw B and I saw your name, but I saw it again and you said it wrong. So say it right so that your name is in there. The correct answer is B. I made a bee, and it was life size. It's like this is a bumblebee about this size. I made a couple, but I'm not gonna make those anymore until I get a TIG, because that is tedious, hard. Okay. Next question, second to last question. The best dish soap flavor is, or scent, would be more accurate.
Flavor.
What's the best dish soap scent? I don't mean opinion, whatever. I mean objectively. There we go. You guys are right. Green apple or apple is fine too. Green apple or apple
Have some more paper?
is the best. Yes, there you go. Apple, green apple. Ashley was writing names down the whole time I was telling how I met Alex. And so
I ran out.
Yeah. Janet K, you're the last name I'm writing down for that one. The last question of the night, of the day, of the morning.
Oh, Cindy
Hey,
F.
you know what song is awesome that just reminded me of? Cindy F. what?
She's very specific. The bead for the door to the wine vault.
Yeah, that's actually smaller than the one that I was commissioned to make.
Oh, yeah.
The one that I was commissioned was a little bit bigger. Yes, that one. Oh,
Song.
shit. Yeah. Just call me Angel. I love that song. I'm going to listen to that after if I don't forget. Just call me Angel. Cutting board brand name. What is my cutting board brand name? My kitchen brand name. Oh, there's a hint right there. Oh my, right on key to boot. Okay, the correct name is The Unfinished Kitchen, but if you just wrote Unfinished Kitchen, that's fine. If you said UK, that's not right. So I didn't write any of you down.
I did.
Well, Ashley allowed you guys to cheat. I know why you did the UK, because you can type that way faster than you can type the Unfinished Kitchen. But there we go. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, there we go. You know what? I'm going to ask you one more question, actually, because I feel like it's necessary. What is the best brand? Okay, because we were talking about brands, and before we were talking about dish soap. What is the best brand of dish soap?
Some people said it when they.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I missed it. What is the best brand?
A couple people.
Oh, this is going too fast. Oops. This is not an opinion. This is this is fact, guys. If you use anything else, you're doing it wrong.
Did you see I bought like the club size?
Yeah. Yeah, but you put it in the blue bottle, so I was like, "What?"
Oh.
I was so confused that I was like, "The apple doesn't come in this."
It's easier to
Yeah,
use
yeah,
the
yeah.
small bottle.
No, I get it. I was just so confused. I was like, "This is the freaking ocean spray bullshit or whatever flavor that is." I was like, "This is gross." I hate those ones. I don't know why.
That was a free item, the ocean one.
Yeah, you should have thrown it out. You should have been free. You should have put it on the ground and stomped on it.
Nah.
And had the executive
waste
slip
it.
on it. No, I'm obviously kidding. But what does a duck want to get washed with, huh? Oh, I got oil on me. Give me some of that apple. And then you come up with ocean spray. You're like, what the heck? I'm not an ocean bird. I'm a lake bird. I'm freshwater.
We saw a duck on the ocean, remember? And that,
The orca ate it.
or was that a seagull?
That was a seagull.
You're right.
Yeah, those bitch ass seagulls will take ocean spray all day. I don't know why I call them bitch ass. That's rude. They are not a nice bird though.
That was shocking.
Yeah, because they don't eat birds. So it must have just been playing. Cool.
I think the transients do.
Oh, they do?
I think so.
Well,
I
our
think
guide was like, what the heck?
the residents eat just the salmon, but I think transients eat anything.
They don't eat the seals.
The transients do.
Oh, right. They're trying to get the locals to eat the seals
The residents.
because they destroyed the fish.
Yes.
Right. Apparently, there's a lot of conspiracy around that.
About the fish?
About the fish, yeah.
Well, I remember our guide being like very adamant about not buying salmon that's from.
Yeah, he's like, what are you guys doing? Get out of the boat if you're buying fish. Not caught on a line. Get out of here.
I always think of, no. He's saying if you buy Atlantic salmon that's farmed in the Pacific Ocean.
Right.
That was the problem.
He's like, these fish don't belong here. Get out.
And they like
Get out of my country.
They have
dirty
diseases and
fish.
stuff that then affect the Pacific salmon.
Right. It's called fish lips. To get fish lips, they just come in there. They're like, what the heck's going on here? Right, because then the fish, when they escape or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or if yeah, I can't remember, but yeah, I don't know. I don't like fish, so I don't eat them either way. But it probably isn't good that we're fishing out at the oceans, regardless. So you got to have the farm somewhere if people are going to continue to eat it.
Probably farming.
But
is
maybe
better than,
maybe farm native fish would be the better thing to do.
Yeah.
But then it destroys the natural order of things. Because then if they don't spawn, go up the river, bash themselves to death to get back to lay their eggs. Like their life cycle is, like they're living to die.
Don't they do it more than once though? Or do they only do it once?
I think they only do it once.
I thought they did it more than once.
No. And you know what's crazy is that they adapt that hook on their face. And now it makes them way easier to catch for humans when they're fly fishing.
Huh.
Anyway, guys, if you want to learn more about marine biology, follow the channel, subscribe.
We don't know what we're talking about.
Not at all. Don't take anything what we say as any sort of fact when it comes to anything, actually, to be safe. Dawn for sponsor. I would love if Dawn Green Apple sponsor. If they sent me like a variety pack, I'd be like, nah, no thanks, never mind. I've already said no to every other sponsor, so I would say no to them too. And I actually believe
If they
in them.
sent you like a crate of green apple.
Yeah, if it was just green apple, then I would do it. But if they sent me like orange, I'd be like, what is this? Get out.
This channel has a new direction.
Yeah.
Enough with art. We'll just talk about marine biology.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of marine biology, tomorrow's gift we're gonna give away. We're gonna be giving away some paper prints.
How did that work out?
But before that, we're gonna give away this today. If you guys, that's it. That's the end. Ashley's been writing down some answers still. You can stop answering though. Dawn for 100 minutes. Or yeah, sorry. Imagine getting sponsored by the crack of dawn. There's a fire truck. Someone got in an accident. The siren.
How does it sound different?
Listen to it.
Yeah. You just know that's a fire truck?
Yeah. It could be a fire ambulance though, because it sounds the same. But if it's the regular ambulance, it would be like.
Oh yeah, okay. And how about a police?
So annoying. So obnoxious. Shut
I
up.
thought that was the fire truck.
No, that's more like.
Oh my goodness.
That's their horn. But the freaking siren of the police cars, because they have it like so many. I mean, I'm sure they like chirp the different switches, or they get the chirps from different switches. They're so annoying though. I hate it. Like every time I get pulled over and I don't realize it, and they're like, I'm like, shut up.
Is it actually just switches?
I think
feel
so.
it's like one track that they just like play over and it loops.
Well, I think it's air. air controlled or whatever, like an air horn, you know?
Oh,
I think,
okay.
yeah, they have an air compressor, but cops are so obnoxious that they turn it on and they use all the air right away, so they have to go to the next one. Shut up, this is not an emergency. If it's an emergency, it makes sense. Like when you see them like rushing down the highway
Yeah.
to not catch someone for not having mud flaps, then I get it. Okay, turn on your sirens. But if you're just like, can you pull over? You have a signal light out, kick rocks. That's such an annoying thing to do. Just turn on your lights. They'll notice you eventually. If you don't like cops, you you might like this. I don't not like cops. I shouldn't say that. I love cops. I just hate what they do. These, though, are good for cops and non-cops alike. I also don't hate what they do. I just don't like getting pulled over for not having mud flaps, or for not wearing a seatbelt, or for speeding at the same speed everyone else is speeding at, or for everything else I've ever been stopped for. Yeah. You guys should go subscribe to Just Joshing with Dakota to hear some of the stories. We're giving this away. If you would like to win something, please play next time, but it is too late to get your name in for this one. But for everyone who's already got their name in here, let's mix up these names. So the first is last and the last is first. Well, let's make this biblical. I think that's in the Bible somewhere. Those who are first will be last, right? Ephesians.
Sounds familiar.
I don't know if it's in Ephesians. I couldn't think of another Bible verse except for I was thinking of Revelations, but it's probably in Revelations. Can someone look that up for me quick?
Smurf says, I love the knowledge I acquire here.
Just nonsense. What book of the Bible is
Here, I think I
the
chose
first?
yesterday.
The first is last and the last is first, or whatever. Closer. There we go. That way they know we're not cheating. Okay, let me pick out one single name, and that name is stuck together with all these other names. I think this is a single name. This is a person who was like, I hope my name is in there yesterday. Sarah L. Sarah L., you are the winner of the tiramisu. Ford, I hope you're not a policeman. I'm just kidding. I should be clear. I do not mind police. I just do not like not being able to break the law when the law shouldn't exist. That's what I don't like. I don't like it when you enforce laws that shouldn't exist. Everything else makes sense, and I think that we need police to a certain extent.
Suzuki is a new career in special effects, maybe? As a sideline, obviously.
Special effects.
Sarah's here.
Oh, like a Foley artist. You mean with the sound effects?
Uh-oh.
Someone's growling.
Someone's
Leave the
growling.
cat. Sarah, she is here?
Yeah.
Okay, Sarah,
She says, I'm seriously crying.
Oh, you
OMG.
are a cop. I'm sorry for making fun of you. Don't cry. I will send you this and some donuts. And then hopefully you'll feel better. Matthew, it's in Matthew 2016. Thank you, Roberta, for looking that up for me. I almost said Matthew as well. Because I was like, everyone knows the Gospels. Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Isn't there like... There's like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and then there's 1st and 2nd John as well. And then isn't there like another John? Or Revelations was written by John,
There's
right?
a John and there's a 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
3rd John too?
Yeah.
So there's 4 Johns.
Yes. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
And then 1st, 2nd, and
1st,
3rd
2nd,
John.
3rd John.
And then Revelations.
Jude and Revelation.
That's like, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah. See, biblical knowledge being dropped here. Sarah, I'm glad that you're so happy that you're in tears, but I hope it's not underwhelming when you get it. Then you cry for another reason. Please use it. Lots of people say they don't use them because they're too pretty and they just display them. But if you don't use it, it goes to waste. You got to use it. This is what I say. Use one side, display the other side. And then it'll always look nice. So this will be sent out to you after the postal strike, or if we get this figured out on the whatever that company is called, then maybe we'll be able to send things out sooner. And if we are able to, we are going to. Okay. Hopefully that'll work out. Pull up those questions so we can ask a bonus question. Tomorrow we are going to be giving away paper prints. I just brought up 2 examples of what you can choose from, but you can choose anything. They don't have to be these 2. Usually whatever I pick you have to take because it's the thing, but because these are not like these are unlimited. I'll carry these until I feel like not carrying it. Oh, my email is orderfromjosh@gmail.com. Sorry, Sarah. I guess I should have said that, not just assumed that you knew it. So here's a whale.
Hard one.
That's a hard one? Okay, good. The bottom?
The first one, because I don't think I really talked about it.
Oh, okay, yeah, we can do that. Oh, that is gonna be hard. I don't even know.
You don't even know?
Oh, then I did know. I thought maybe there was another one or another couple actually. This one here I had to bring to my store because I ran out of them. These I didn't run out of yet. I got derailed. What am I saying? Oh yeah, those are what we're going to give away tomorrow, and you can choose which ones you want because of course your taste is going to dictate what you actually want to hang on your wall or whatever. So if you like Snooper in Stockholm, if you're a fan of Snoopy in Woodstock, you might actually really like Snooper in Stockholm. But this is not Snoopy or Woodstock, just so you know. Sorry, I can't say that. Tune in tomorrow. We'll have more questions and we'll have those prizes. Now, the question that we're going to ask. Yeah, we could do that. You're going to post?
I don't think I have any pictures of them.
How would they know?
Yeah, I don't think they do. You mentioned it once, I think, in a live.
Okay, this is a hard question, and honestly, I don't know if anyone's going to be able to look back to answer it.
It was a live, I think, but I don't even know which live.
It might have even been a Patreon live, so it's not fair.
So maybe I posted it.
Maybe I'll just ask that question tomorrow, and then they'll just guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, then I'll ask. Oh, that one's too hard too. Like that one won't make sense. That one's like not fair to ask as a cheater question because you'll have to go through so many videos, and that's not. I don't want it to be homework. I want it to be like, oh, ha ha ha! This is a good video. I'm glad I had to go watch it. Okay, hold on. Let me just think here. Pull up my YouTube. We'll get it. So we're not super prepared. I'm not a morning person. I'm not a morning 12 Days of Christmas person. I could just be like, what is my favorite type of cracker?
Would anyone know that?
I doubt it.
Oh no, but you didn't share that video yet. Your art show video.
I don't even know if it's in there.
Yeah. Maybe.
What time tomorrow? Asked Sarah Andreasen. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't plan these, just so you know. So it keeps it random. It keeps it fair for everyone around the globe. Because like some of you are overseas, some of you are underseas, some of you are under siege. Sorry, that's a bad joke, but it is true. Okay, give me the mouse. Let me scroll down. And so I want to be able to do these kind of at my own discretion. I know some people will write me and say, hey, that's not fair. I never got to do any of them. But honestly, it is fair because nobody knows and not even me. So it's kind of just if you're there, let's have fun. If you're not there, maybe tomorrow. Okay. How about this one? No, actually, sorry. I made that into a vlog. Okay, is the volume down here? I just gonna, yeah, okay. I just gotta scroll through this video and I'm gonna see if this has what I actually want it to have. Okay, give me a second, give me a second. Sorry, sorry. I'm sorry, this is boring. Ashley, tell the story of how you met Alex. Just so it.
I don't even know.
I just wanted to fill the dead air. Okay, hold on. Is it here?
I think you brought me to the store.
Ashley, that's not a good story. That's boring.
I'm not as creative as you.
Okay, this one, actually, you know what? No, because that kind of, because I can't hear it. I don't know for sure if this is in there. Okay, sorry, I can't do that. Sorry, this is. Ooh, okay. Hold on, let me just see what it shows. Let me just see what it shows. Okay, the question is, what color is the pillow in my friend's bathroom? And you can find that in vlog 222. Don't answer it now if you somehow know that answer. Let me write this down. Vlog 222. What color is my friend's pillow in their bathroom? Okay? That is super weird. I understand. Glenn says brown. No. What color is the pillow in my friend's bathroom? Vlog 222. Jazzy Joe wrote it down for everyone to see. Okay, Martha gave you a good question. Wait, what did you say? What kind of fingers does Josh eat? From vlog 2? What the heck? I don't even know what that answer is.
Probably chicken.
Yeah, probably chicken fingers. Yeah, I imagine. What others are there? Human fingers. Butterfingers. Witch fingers. Oh, I remember one time I had a witch finger at a nursing home or a hospital. My brother Mike had a heart transplant, and it was around Halloween, I guess. And these nurses or someone wearing scrubs came up to us and said, "Do you want a witch's finger?" And I was so turned off by the freaking nail being a peanut. I was like, oh, peanuts, disgusting. And they were convincing me, no, it's not a real witch's finger. And I was like, yeah, I still don't want it. I know it's not a finger, obviously. It looks nothing like a finger. It looks like a cookie. It looks like a cookie that kind of looks finger-shaped, but it has a peanut nail, and I was just so grossed out. I don't know why. I don't even not like peanuts. I like peanuts just fine, but for some reason I was like, no, I'm not having that. And then I ate it. That's why I don't like peanut butter cookies. It was a peanut butter cookie. I did eat it anyway because they broke off the finger, and I was like, that's even worse. Now you broke the finger. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it's the same way I don't like nuts in banana bread because it's just nuts by themselves are fine, but when you put them in something that tastes good, because the nut does not taste that good. They taste fine, but they're not delicious, you know? But banana bread is delicious. So when you put something that's just okay in it, it kind of takes away from the deliciousness of the banana bread, right? So cookies are good, and then you put a nut in it, and you're just like, meh, meh. this is not as good. You know what I mean? Silvered almond fingernail? Slivered almond fingernail. Yeah, that would have been just as bad, but it would have looked more correct. But I think they use peanuts because of the peanut butter cookie. Nowadays, they probably wouldn't be able to do that because of all the peanut allergies. And it was a healthcare facility, right? It was a hospital. The same hospital. Oh, this could be a question too. This could be a question as well. But I don't know. I don't know which video I would have said this in. So I'll just say it here and we'll close with this. This is something that Dakota and I did. Okay. So we were children. Okay. Our brother he is 50. He's 50. So he is 20 years our senior. About. So is he 50 or 51? Anyways, so we at the time were 1 and 2 years old. 2 and 3 years old is what we were actually, because he was 22 when this happened. Okay, so if you can imagine a 2 and a 3-year-old being bored out of their minds at a hospital, okay? Because obviously my mom and my older brothers, they wanted to be there. So they're there. If we didn't have childcare, like a babysitter or daycare or whatever, then we also were there. Boring as heck. So boring. And we didn't really understand the severity of why we were there and all that stuff, right? We were just kids. We didn't get it. We just knew that we were there and it was boring. So if you've ever been to the U of A hospital, you'll know that they have like these bridges that go across like the food court downstairs on the main floor. The U of A now has like all these extra wings, so they have more food courts, I'm sure. But at the time, they just had this one big one. Okay? This is so stupid. And we definitely got in trouble for this. But what we would do is we would take garbage out of the garbage can, like just light stuff like paper, napkins, paper towel, packaging, stuff like that. And we would toss it over the railing of the bridges and watch it float down onto people eating. And then their people would just be eating. Then they'd be looking up like, what the heck? And we would just be cracking up, not realizing that some of these people are like very sick. Some of these people are being able to eat outside of their room for the first time. You know, all these tragic things. Some people are just on their lunch break, you know, the staff or whoever, or not guests, what do you call them? Like visitors, right? And some people are having like just lost their loved ones, and we're just trying to fill our time just enjoying, pranking people, throwing garbage, trying to get it into their soup. And they're just eating, and they're just like,
You must have been older than 10 today.
no, we weren't. We couldn't have been. No, I don't think so. Because I remember we got put on freaking leashes for this. You're not going to put a 7-year-old in leashes, 4-year-old, maybe a 4-year-old. But no, the reason, because we weren't in school yet. And school is kindergarten's 5 years old. I wasn't even in preschool, which is 4 years old.
Okay.
And I remember our babysitter was the neighbor down the way. And Rose. Guys, Rose was the best. Rose and Dave. I went back to visit them a few years ago. They don't live there. Some other guy lives there. I knock on the door. Some dude answers. I'm like, you're not Dave. Dude, can you get Dave for me? He's like, he looks at his apartment or his townhouse and he's like, Dave doesn't live here anymore. And I was like, or Dave doesn't live here, or no one named Dave lives here, or something like that. And I go, then what were you looking for? He's like, huh? Dave? Dave here? Dave's not here. Dave doesn't live here no more. And I was like, I'm like, do Do you know who you got this place from? Was it Rose and Dave? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, okay, never mind. But you know who did still live there? The little man still lived there. And you guys don't know who the little man is if you don't watch Just Joshing with Dakota, but the little man scared the crap out of us. But that's a story for another time. If you haven't heard it, go check out Just Joshing with Dakota. I don't know which episode it's in, so watch them all. It'll be fun. Glenn says, this is why I decided not to have kids, and they're not taking it very well. Oh, because you did have kids, but you decided to abandon them. Hilarious. Irene says, so that was you? Oh, you were there? Yeah, this would have been a while ago, though, so I'm sure it happened more than me. I don't even know if they still have garbage cans out in the hallway. They probably don't. Especially since COVID, I bet you they don't. They probably, because they made you like carry your own slop out with you. You got to put it in a garbage somewhere else. Joan, oh, I'm sorry you didn't win, but tomorrow we have something else. And we will have a couple more things, of course, because tomorrow will be day 8. So that's 5 days total. We're going to have one more sponsored gift, which is going to be more Canadian treats, maybe on day 9. I'm not sure. But we're not going to buy them because of the postal strike. Anyways, that's it. I'll be at my store now. I'm going to leave right now. Come check out what we have in stock if you want a cutting board. Archie's playing with a rubber band right now. We have plenty left. We have, I don't know, maybe 30 left, something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I can't remember how many we made, 50 or something. So, yeah, we also have a live event. What do you call it? Like a Christmas party, but not really a Christmas party. On the 13th, 5 to 8. So come to that. Yeah. So yeah. There we go. That's it. All right. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, Roberta said she sent us a Christmas gift.
We'll get it. We will get it.
Yeah, we will get it eventually.
We'll just have to make it late.
Thank you for sending something, Roberta. You always send the most awesome stuff. I actually almost brought the monkeys, the sock monkeys, to my store, but then I was like, none of these people are gonna get it, so then I didn't. But I really thought about it. I was like, I could put, because we have a couch there, and then I've been not joking. I've been seriously wondering about bringing another couch, but instead I brought a table there. If you watch my Instagram, then you'll have seen it, or if you watched yesterday's 12 Days of Christmas, you'll have seen it then too. I was gonna put a couch there, and then I was like, in the meantime, I should put the sock monkey couch there because it's just so small and it's just down there. But anyways, I didn't do that. But anyways, yeah, if you guys want to send us things, we appreciate it. But yeah, we're not gonna get it for a while, or maybe we'll get it right away. Who knows? It depends on the strike. But lots of people are saying they're never going to use Canada Post ever again, so maybe it'll just get shut down, which wouldn't be the worst thing, but anyway.
I think they just need to improve their services a little bit.
Improve their services and make it not cost so much. Yeah. I should say, if you're ordering something from us, keep in mind, which by the way, orderfromjosh@gmail.com. If you want to pay courier prices, for example, something that should have cost about $20 cost someone $45 to send via FedEx, which was the cheapest option between FedEx, Perlator, UPS, and what was the other one that could go to the US? I can't remember. There was another one, a fourth one.
DHL or whatever?
Yeah, DHL. I think it was DHL. So those, they're all expensive. They're all more expensive than the post office. And I think now they are purposely more expensive, potentially. But I don't know. I never use courier services if I don't have to. But just be aware of that. We don't control that, and we also don't add anything on top of it, except for we do round up to the nearest dollar usually, or the nearest $5, depending on how much packaging we have to give, or something like that. But we don't go, oh, it's $20, let's charge them $35. We don't do that. I know lots of people do that, but we get our packaging for free. Mostly, we don't get the stay flats, and we don't get, if we do get the biodegradable bubble wrap, we have to pay for that, but for the most part. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. Thank you for being here. We'll see you tomorrow for day, what'd I say, 8? Day 8? Glenn said, did you hear the joke about Canada Post? He's like, you wouldn't get it. But oh yeah, to finish the thought, if you're sending us a gift, thank you so much. We appreciate it regardless, and hopefully we'll get it. We'll be able to get it after the whole deal. Hopefully it doesn't get lost or whatever. All right. See you later. Tomorrow. Well.